The legality of owning bobcats in the USA is complex and varies significantly by state and even by local municipality. There isn't a single federal law that outright bans private ownership of all dangerous exotic animals, including bobcats. Instead, it's a patchwork of state and local regulations. Here's a general breakdown. Some states ban them outright. Many states have comprehensive bans on the private ownership of wild or exotic animals, including bobcats, classifying them as dangerous animals. Some states require permits. Other states allow bobcat ownership but require specific permits, licenses, or registrations. These often come with strict requirements regarding enclosure size, care standards, and even liability insurance. A few states have very lenient or no specific laws. A very small number of states, like Alabama, Nevada, North Carolina, and Wisconsin, though even these often have nuances and local restrictions, have historically had more lenient laws, sometimes allowing bobcat ownership without a permit or with limited regulation. However, even in these states, there may be restrictions on importing wild bobcats, and breeding might be prohibited. Grandfather clauses and exemptions. Some laws may include grandfather clauses, allowing people who owned bobcats before a certain date to keep them, provided they meet specific conditions or register their animal. There are also often exemptions for zoos, circuses, educational institutions, and wildlife rehabilitators. Native versus life grabs, PLAWS and PLAWS. Non-native. Some states differentiate between native species, like bobcats, and non-native exotic animals, with different regulations applying to each. Local ordinances. Even if state law allows it, individual cities or counties might have their own ordinances prohibiting or heavily restricting bobcat ownership. Important considerations beyond legality. Even if it's technically legal in a particular area, owning a bobcat as a pet is strongly discouraged by wildlife experts and animal welfare organizations for many reasons. They are wild animals. Bobcats are not domesticated. They retain their wild instincts, which can make them unpredictable, aggressive, and difficult to manage in a home environment. Difficult to care for. They have complex dietary, environmental, and social needs that are almost impossible to meet in a typical home. They require large, specialized enclosures and can be destructive. Veterinary care. Finding a veterinarian experienced in treating bobcats can be extremely challenging and expensive. Public safety. Bobcats can inflict serious injuries, especially if they feel threatened or stressed. Ethical concerns. Keeping a wild animal as a pet often leads to a diminished quality of life for the animal and can pose risks to both the animal and human safety. Many bobcats acquired as pets end up in sanctuaries or are euthanized because their owners cannot properly care for them. In summary, while there might be a few places in the US where it's technically legal to own a bobcat, with or without a permit, it is generally discouraged, highly regulated, and comes with significant challenges and ethical considerations. It is crucial to check the specific laws of your state, county, and city before considering owning any exotic animal.
Well, that was incredibly informative. Thank you for that, Sheila. Sheila is our top BB cat correspondent. I think she lives in New York and changes into a bobcat on the full moon. I don't know. Maybe she is an AI-generated voice. All I know is that city never sleeps, and it is her New York. Now, we had Sheila present ownership information to accurately discourage you from going out and getting a bobcat of your own after you hear our next segment. Bobcats are the coolest. Here to present Bobcats are the coolest is son of Susan, Mr. Sand.
Thank you for the introduction, boss man. And if you don't mind me swaying, bobcats are so super cool. I heard one took on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this little tornado of fur and claws done won that fight. Saw it with my own eyes, I did. I had my frying pan with me at the time. Unlike many other felines, bobcats are surprisingly capable swimmers and don't hesitate to enter water. While they primarily hunt small prey, bobcats are powerful enough to occasionally take down animals as large as adult deer. named for their tails. Bobcats get their name from their short, bobbed tails, which typically have a black tip. Most common wildcat. They are the most common wildcat species in North America, found from southern Canada to Mexico, including almost all of the contiguous United States. Adaptable survivors. Bobcats are highly adaptable and can thrive in a wide range of habitats, including forests, deserts, swamps, and even suburban areas. Solitary by nature. Adult bobcats are primarily solitary animals coming together only for mating. Territorial markers. They are highly territorial and mark their home ranges with urine, feces, and claw marks on trees and rocks to warn off other bobcats. Crepuscular hunters. Bobcats are most active during twilight hours, which coincides with the activity of much of their prey. Stealthy predators. They are excellent hunters, employing a stalk and pounce strategy rather than high-speed chases. Their large paws help them move quietly. Keen senses. Bobcats possess excellent vision and hearing, which are crucial for locating prey, even small animals moving in dense vegetation or under snow. Varied diet. Their diet is carnivorous and opportunistic, primarily consisting of small mammals like rabbits, hares, mice, and squirrels, but they will also eat birds, reptiles, and even young deer. Cache their kills. Bobcats often cover larger kills with leaves, grass, or snow, returning to the cached meal until it's consumed. Powerful jumpers. They have strong back legs that enable them to jump long distances to seize their prey. Excellent climbers. While they spend most of their time on the ground, bobcats are capable climbers and will ascend trees for refuge or to pursue prey. Vocal repertoire. Though generally quiet, bobcats can make a variety of sounds, including growls, hisses, purrs, and even an eerie scream, particularly during mating season. Similar to house cats, but bigger. While they share some physical traits with domestic cats, bobcats are significantly larger, typically twice the size. Distinguishing from lynx. Bobcats are often confused with Canadian lynx, but bobcats generally have shorter ear tufts, smaller feet, and their tail is black on top and white underneath, whereas a lynx's tail tip is black all around. Seasonal coat changes. Their coat color can vary from reddish-brown in the summer to tawny gray in the winter, providing camouflage in different seasons. Short gestation period. The gestation period for bobcats is relatively short, averaging around 62 days. Litter size. Females typically give birth to litters of 2 to 4 kittens. Maternal care. Bobcat mothers raise their young alone, teaching them essential hunting skills. Long lifespan in the wild. Bobcats can live for at least 12 years in the wild, and sometimes up to 20 years in captivity. Conservation status. Despite historical hunting pressures, bobcat populations are generally stable and classified as least concern by the IUCN. Important ecological role. As apex predators, bobcats help regulate the populations of their prey species, contributing to the balance of their ecosystems. Avoid human contact. Bobcats are secretive and generally avoid humans. Encounters are rare, and they typically flee if approached. Traffic a threat. Vehicle collisions are a significant cause of mortality for bobcats, especially for younger, dispersing individuals. Not suitable as pets. Bobcats are wild animals and are not meant to be kept as pets due to their complex needs, wild instincts, and potential danger. My name is Mr. Sam the Bobcat Man. I was high with a frying pan. Now listen up and listen close. I heard around a campfire that although rare, that a bobcat will fight bears.